Phones down, please. Thank you. Phones down. Thank you. First frame, Jack trump to break. One. Six. Seven. Nine. Jack trump, 9. One. Eight. 9. 9. Just give me a moment, please. Thank you, Judd. 15. 16. 23. 24. 31. 32. 37. 38. 43. 44. 49. Jack Trump, 49. 50. 1. Eight. 9. 16. 17. 24. 25. 32. 33. 39. 40. 45. 47. 50. 54. 59. 59 on the first frame.
Elite sets them up for frame 2 of a possible 7. Yes, Murphy is not a player who lacks for confidence, we know that, so he'll be looking to get stuck in. It's a bit of a battle of the ball polishers or not ball polishers. They've both been given their views on Twitter. Murphy said, because he was all for it of course, he said it's been a great success, and Trump said they should never do it again. So maybe the winner gets to decide for the next tournament. There's the trophy they're playing for.
Second frame, Sean Murphy to break.
Gibraltar Open final. Sean Murphy trailing 1-0. Didn't pot a ball in the first frame. Short match, remember, just best of 7.
That was a very ambitious shot. He attempted there, Judd Trump. Can he see the red? Doesn't look like it from there. He's been a little fortunate there, Judd Trump. If Murphy can't pot this red. Twice across the table. Try and land up into the reds.
Foul. And a miss. Jack Trump, 6. Happy with this? Judd?
No problem, second time around. Got to be careful here not to leave the red over the right corner pocket. Using the green to try and hide it.
Head-to-head is interesting between these two. 7-3 to Trump, so quite significant. The last meeting, you may well remember, those of you who watch a lot of snooker here on Eurosport, International Championship, last November time, and Trump won 6-5 in the quarterfinals. On the last black, it was an absolute thriller. But 7-3 overall, including a quarterfinal at the Crucible. Murphy actually beat him on his debut at the Crucible when Judd was just 17, 10 years ago, but he's matured so much as a all-round match player since then.
Well, he could have come off the side cushion and landed up into the pack of reds, but caught the safety too thick. But the cue ball has landed nicely in front of the yellow. So Trump's got the same kind of shot coming off the side cushion, land up into the reds.
Foul. And a miss. Sean Murphy, 4.
Now, because the red, the cue ball's not in amongst the reds, referee just replacing it. Has to hit it this time, otherwise it may be one.
Foul. And a miss. Sean Murphy, 4.
Because he can see a red full ball. Well, cue ball badly hampered over the yellow, so doesn't want to miss cue here.
Are you happy with this, Judd?
Are you happy with it? Well, that's a relative term, I would suggest. What she means is it back in the right place? Because she's about to warn him when the cue ball is to everyone's satisfaction.
Yeah. Sean? Sorry, I have to warn you. If you miss this time, you will lose the frame.
There it is.
That's an excellent shot. And I think he can just about get the black. That was a good shot to play because he was leaving that red next to the black and he missed it. I thought he was going to play into the pack a little bit harder than that.
Touching ball.
Black only just went in.
Well, we'll see how long that visitor lasts.
Sean Murphy 8.
It's very cool just as the cue ball passes by. Oh, that's the end of that. For now, anyway. There's a few who would have put it to sleep there. Well, Murphy will be disappointed not to have kept going there. Phone goes off.
Can I have the mobile phone all on silence, please, or switched off? Thank you.
Well, at least answer it.
Yeah, great shot. But the kiss wasn't favourable, really. Could so easily have finished nicely on the black with a thicker kiss. The black is potable, but very difficult to get to the next red if it does go in.
The swan neck he's using here.
Good pot.
Phone's going off again.
Peggy Lee's going to have him.
Yeah, she may be less kind to the person with the phone than
Excuse
she
me,
was to
could
the
I
fly.
have the phone on the silence, please.
Yeah, well, they got to go, haven't they? I mean, we're not going to turn it off.
8.
Where's Big Frank, the security, head of security?
Sean Murphy 8.
Well, that was a brave shot to take on at that angle because he was leaving reds on. That was a tough shot to the middle, and especially the way he played it by stunning it in. So, easy starter for Trump. Try and get top side of the blue and go into the reds.
1.
Not quite the angle to go into the reds, but he can play for the loose one. No choice whether to play for the black to go into the reds from,
6.
or screw back for the blue.
Seven.
Using the blue. So try and hit the pink full in the face. And he did that. But doesn't look as though
12.
he's been fortunate. Caught the pink full. Oh, there is a red. That will go. It was a thin cut. And that again is unfortunate. He played it with a lot of right hand side to try and avoid that. Right in the middle. These two are very attacking players, and if there's anything to go for, they'll go for it. Needs a bit of luck. Tough pot to the corner, but chance of potting this and staying on the blue. Doesn't look as though it could leave anything but the red he's playing on. Yeah, well played. Covered the red by the yellow, with the yellow.
I think that's the difference now with Trump. I mentioned first time he played Murphy when he was a teenager, he would have just gone for a pot and not necessarily have thought about everything else on the table, but he's become a really good thinker now, good tactician, still attacking, but considers the other side of it as well.
Yeah, he's becoming the all-round player, isn't he? His safety play is excellent. His patience is pretty good. He's in no man's land there. May have to take the red by the yellow.
Well, his other strength is that he's a great potter and he can pot his way out of trouble, but this is awkward.
Yeah, very awkward queuing. So,
Trump 5.
Chance for Murphy.
Yeah, a bit of a let-off for Sean Murphy, that, and he'll be determined now to get stuck into this match. Didn't pot a ball first frame, a couple of false starts in the second frame, but he's got another opening here. Lives these days in Nottingham. He got married last year. He's become a father as well. This would actually, if he won, would be his first title since becoming a father, so it would be special, I'm sure. This was the... We can see there how awkward it was queuing for that red. That Trump just missed.
Yeah, again it wobbled, but it dropped. Nice pace he played it at. High.
Sean Murphy 9.
He'll be disappointed with that. Okay, he was hampered over the pink, but still expected Sean Murphy to pot that. Underhit that one slightly.
Eight. Nine.
He's going to need those
16.
two awkward reds near that black cushion.
17.
And he's got the angle to go into them here if he wants to. A little risky to play it from there. But he's played it.
22.
Well, not ideal on this red. This is a tough one. Played it with some safety in mind.
22.
And it's not safe. Yeah, good pot. That was a frame winner or a frame loser. You fancy Murphy now from here.
He
takes blacks with the 3 reds. They just need the yellow.
9. $16. 17.
Just checking the scoreboard because he could play for the blue here.
24. 25.
Left a nice angle on the black. Just stand up for the yellow. Could come off the cushion or go directly down the table.
Yellow puts him 26 ahead, as you can see, with
32.
What would be 25 on. Well, they both had quite a few chances in this
34.
frame, but it looks like Murphy's levelled up. Just get the feeling that it's going to come alive soon, this match. Two fantastic match players who love the big stage.
37.
Very confident in their games.
$41. 46.
So Trump missed that tricky little red to this pocket.
Sean Murphy 46.
Sean Murphy's made 46 to get on the scoreboard in the final. All square then here in the final of the JoJoBet.com Gibraltar Open. It's Judd Trump 1, Sean Murphy 1. 7, so first to 4 to win the prize tonight. The 16th world ranking event of the 19 that are on the calendar this season. There's the trophy.
Third frame. Jack Trump to break.
They've each won 6 ranking titles, although Sean Murphy, had a chat with him in Scotland, and he made the point that they both these players have won tournaments that at various times have been ranking events, but when they won them they weren't. Murphy won the Malta Grand Prix when it was an invitation event. Trump won the World Grand Prix when it was an invitation event. Murphy's won various European Tour events. He won the Brazil Masters, for those who remember that tournament. And of course he's won the Masters itself. Ali Pally. Trump's won the Championship League 3 times. And he's lining up a long red here.
It's definitely a strong point. Knocking those long balls in. But more to the point, he gets position off them. Makes those look easy. And he's perfectly on the yellow. Well, he's inch perfect with his position again there. Another couple of inches. He wasn't on anything.
4.
I'm sure he would have liked an angle there on the black to have been able to go into the reds and stay on this red just to the right of the black. Didn't quite have the angle to play that shot.
11. Twelve. $18.
Could have easily have played for the black there, but wanted to get down for the blue the right side so it could go into the pack of reds from the blue rather than the black. Again, a very confident shot, that. And this time they have split nicely for him.
24.
Yes, he's never hesitant with that shot. He is the season's
25.
leading century break maker, 57, including 4 in this tournament so far.
Well, doesn't need to go into the reds here because there are reds that he could play for. And that's what he's done. He's played for the loose one.
30.
They all go taken in sequence, so no need to have gone into the reds.
31.
When he takes his next red, it releases another red to the left of it.
$36. 37. 44. 45.
Looks like he's just the wrong side of the black. So I may have to play this with a lot of side on the cue ball. Yeah, just the wrong side. Now look at the white ball. Watch the white ball. Beautiful. Just the
52.
right amount of side and pace.
53.
Now, if none of these reds go, he's got the perfect angle to give him a little nudge. Well, looks like the red will go. And that in turn will release the red to the middle pocket.
60.
Red and the black. Well, this is how he got in, this long red. That's tailor-made for Trump, that shot. And red and the black.
61.
And Murphy needs a snooker. Sort of shot was tailor-made for him as well, but he left that red on and has had to suffer the consequences. Peggy Lee just asking someone to stay
68.
still, and Trump on another red, which will stop the playing on for snookers.
Yes, and every
69.
chance of another century.
If he makes one, he'll go level with Marco Fu on 447 for his career. Joint
76.
6th all time. Trump's still only 27, remember.
77.
Yeah, it's not going to be 6 forever. He's going to move right up there.
Highest break 145. Jack Lazowski, who Trump beat earlier. Ooh, that's a surprise. So 84, very swift break it was as well. The minute he saw that long red, he knocked it in, he did the rest. Judd Trump back in front here in Gibraltar this evening, leading Sean Murphy 2-1. Away that trophy.
Frame 4.
Here this evening.
Sean Murphy to break.
A lot of talk about best of sevens, but we've ended up with the world number 3 against the world number 5 in the final. I think what you find in any format, the cream will rise to the top.
And this is certainly cream. Two fantastic attacking players. Pleasure to watch both of them when they're in full flow. And even when they're playing the safety,
Sean Murphy shading the safety stats at the moment. But Judd Trump bossing the pot success quite significantly.
and at the end of the day, that's the one that counts. Look at the long pot success, David. 71%. And that, again, that's not a good safety from Sean Murphy. He knew that the red he was playing was going towards that corner pocket and hitting the reds. Still played it. And this time he misses that long pot. Hasn't got away with it either. So chance for Sean Murphy.
One.
Well, we saw the pot success down at 76%, has to keep climbing. chance to put something together here. So a couple of tough matches in this tournament. Alan Taylor last night took him to a decider. This is the red, meanwhile, that Judd Trump missed. Yes, Alan Taylor took him to his decider. Barry Hawkins first up this morning, and then Mark Williams, which was also a decider. Played well against Nigel Bond, though. Had breaks of 137, 140 in that match.
Eight.
The black, if he takes the black, we'll go down onto the yellow spot. But if he can get to the red next to the pink at some stage, that could give him a frame winning chance. He's just coming to look where
15.
he wants to be. If the pink goes as well, that really helps things. Missed that long red. And now he's got to sit and wait.
16.
Hope he gets another chance. Well, they've split very nicely. And if that pink does go, it's a frame winning chances.
$22.
Pink goes back onto its own spot now. So he may play up for the black
28.
here. Bring the black back down onto its spot. He doesn't need to. Could play for the pink or blue.
29.
It's just something he may do. Well, he's ideal on the blue. Not close enough to the black.
$34. $35. Take your seats quickly, please. Thank you.
Well, a couple of latecomers looking for a seat. Key moment this in the match. Murphy trying to get back on level terms, but the way the balls are, if he breaks down, Trump has a chance for 3-1.
He's underhit that one slightly.
40.
Wanted to be straight on this red, and now having to use the rest, so some distance out there with his positional play.
41.
But now back in prime position. Very reliable with the rest.
$47. $48.
So this will be Murphy's first half century of the match. When he sat down, he left the long red sticking out. And he just had that look on his face as if to say, here we go again, because Trump
53.
there made 84 last frame from that scenario, but didn't pot it this time, didn't actually get close to it this time. And Murphy has been able to step in with this break.
54.
And that's the level we're at. You know, one good pot, you're in, or one miss like this, and the other guy's in. That's the standard.
Yes, and if he'd have potted it, he wouldn't have cannoned into the reds. But because he hit the red thin,
59.
he cannoned into the reds.
$60.
So pink and one more red required.
Oh,
Murphy,
did that
60.
kick a little? I think it did, judging where the cue ball is. And that was very, very unfortunate. Yep, it just kicked.
Well, Murphy was saying on Twitter before this final, because of all the ball polishing, he'd hardly had any kicks in the tournament, but that could be an absolutely crucial one to suffer in the final.
One.
That wasn't easy though. But now that he's potted it, destiny is in Judd Trump's hands.
Seven.
This is the kick. Just straightened up a little, the pink. But having said that, Judd Trump didn't get the position he was after. Overscrewed that by a long way. That's a real let-off for Sean Murphy.
7.
Just needs the red. Yeah, good pot. I said earlier, he's so reliable with the rest. That was a tough red. Could only just see it to pot it.
I also think this is where temperament comes in, because we've seen some players in this tournament, if they'd have got the kick that Murphy did on the pink, they'd be waving the cue around and kind of being bits in the chair and not mentally ready to come back and pot a red like that, which is one in the frame.
Yeah, he's got a great temperament, Sean Murphy. And it's a really good point, that, to try and keep yourself positive when something bad has happened, just in case you get that chance again. And that was a really tough red that he took on with the rest.
He's a great enthusiast for the sport, Sean. If he's not playing, he'll be watching, he'll be talking about snooker. Loves being part of it all. And, well, he's levelled up, so we're now effectively a best of 3 in this final.
Sean Murphy 15. Frame conceded.
So he could have been punished. He was unlucky with the kick. Could have, on another day, lost the frame there, but Trump lost position early on. Sean Murphy potted a good red. And the final's all square in Gibraltar. 2 frames all.
Judge
He's
round to
crowned
break.
champion this evening. This is day 33 of 40 continuous days of snooker on the calendar. The next 7 will be the Players' Championship, which starts tomorrow in Llandudno in Wales. And then there's 2 weeks without anything. Players won't know what to do with themselves.
One.
Brilliant shot. Brilliant shot from Sean Murphy. Perfectly onto the black. Struck it so well. Could play the cannon to the red directly above the black, but doesn't need to because he may push it safe. Yeah, just a little rub. Oh, still leaves the red on.
8. 9. 16. 17.
Had 4 maximum breaks. Tournament play, Sean Murphy. I'm sure we'll see more from him on the maximum side.
24. 25.
Now he might just try and leave himself low on this red, so he can pop the red and open the reds up. See how he plays this. Yeah, that's just about right. Now he could play it with screw or topspin.
32. 33.
I thought he would have gone in a little bit harder than that. Left himself too close to the cushion for comfort, and it's going to be difficult to get onto the next red now, especially if it's straight. And it was straight. So a half chance at the green pocket.
40. 40.
Oh, great shot. Great shot. So 6 black coming up. That's 2 great shots he's played in this match, so in this frame so far.
48. 49.
And that's just where he wants to be, to go into them. How's your luck? Well, could have been better.
56.
Has a red to the green pocket if he wants to think about the maximum. This is tough. No.
Sean Murphy, 56.
No. And if the red passes the pink, I don't think it does. But there is another red to the middle.
1.
Oh, what a shot that was. They're pulling out some great shots, these two.
Well, this is going in at an acute angle at pace to the middle. That is some pot.
Well, he let Murphy off in the last frame. And that wasn't the best positional shot.
8.
Has the red to the baulk corner. Oh, this thin cut hampered over the red. The one to the baulk corner, well, he can get to it.
9. $14.
The three reds below the pink don't go into any of the pockets, so they need some attention at some stage.
15.
It could be here. If he can miss the pink, he should send a red towards that right corner. Decided to play for the loose one.
20. $21.
Nice angle on the pink, and that's what he played. To be able to nudge one of these reds out towards that right corner pocket. May stay on the red to the left corner. He's pushed one to the cushion. He's nicely on the red. If it goes...
27.
How does it go? It does.
$28.
Another nice little shot he played there, nudging the red
34.
off the cushion.
$35.
I might be able to screw in behind the red that's closest to the middle pocket. If he can't, he's nudged that red off the cushion. Can play for that one. But this isn't easy.
42. 43.
Well, it was a tough pot, the red. Played it at pace. And that was a tough black. And he's nudged the red towards the middle pocket. Another super shot.
50.
This is the red that Sean attempted. He thought it was safe.
51.
Trump knocked in a tremendous red to the middle.
Yeah, they're bringing the best out in each other now, and there's just no holding back. Some great potting in this break. Blue to level the scores, so he'll need yellow to blue to win the frame.
Could have played that one better.
56.
Yes, it was missable,
56.
but he's got away with it. Scores all level.
Yes, could not be closer. 2-2, 56 all. They both had a chance in this frame. Trump missing the yellow. Looked like he'd done the hard work. He potted that tough black, nudged the red towards the middle.
That's a good safety from Sean Murphy. I think he's got the snooker. But a chance. Sean Murphy. Not ideal on the green. But he's ideal on the brown. And every chance now. Going one up with two to play.
9.
Yes, this blue, and Trump needs a snooker. Murphy just checking that. A real seesaw battle.
14.
And for the first time, Sean Murphy's going to be in front. Judd Trump had a chance. He seemed to have done all the hard work. Didn't quite get right on the yellow, missed the yellow. Eventually, Sean Murphy has done enough to go in front, as I say, for the first time in this final, leading Trump now by 3 frames to 2. Murphy needs 1. Trump needs the remaining frames. This was the yellow that Trump failed to pot. Murphy put him in a snooker and he left a long yellow out of it. And that was his little reaction to missing it. It's the thing in these short matches, it doesn't take many mistakes to be in serious trouble. You know, if this was a 2-session match, then 3-2, it's no great hassle. But in a best of 7, the pressure's on Trump, as the fans here wait for him to return for frame 6, see if he can level up, take the final to a decider. Obviously, it's not a hugely populated place, Gibraltar, but it's nice to see a good little crowd in for the final, because they've been treated to some good snooker between 2 world-class talents here.
Frame 6. Sean Murphy to break.
So for the first time, Sean Murphy's leading 3-2. If he wins this frame, he is champion.
how do you combat that? Digging down into the cue ball. The cue ball was maybe an inch away from the cushion. Digging down into it. Any side on the cue ball at all and he swerves it. Cued that so well. And that wasn't easy either. Both these players, as David said, bringing the best out of each other. And it's just coming down to one shot, really. He missed the yellow in the last frame. Cost him. Black must go.
Funnily enough, at the Championship League last week, Shaun Murphy was breaking off 2 cushions into the pack rather than the standard shot because he said he's just sick of leaving a red on. Maybe he wishes now he'd done that there.
Well, again, that's a nice split as we look at this wonderful red he's potted. Terrific shot. It's a nice split, but not ideal on a red.
13.
Nicely played. I've got to try and make sure he gets the right side of the blue. And he's left it just short. He's got reds either side of the pink that he can play, but further away from the reds than he would have liked.
26.
He plays that shot so well. Stun run through. Coming off the cushion. Not ideal for a left-hander. May play the cannon to the red to try and send the cue ball up towards the blue. Oh, but the red stayed on the lip. How did that stop out?
Well, what a difference that makes. It had to think about dropping, didn't it? It looked like it might just dip.
I thought it was going to drop, but just stayed out. And Shaun Murphy with a great chance here now.
Yes, I wonder if Barry Hawkins is watching, because of course Barry, against Trump at the Welsh Open, had that yellow to the middle that looked like it was heading in and stayed out and lost. That was in the decider, lost that match. Out of Trump's hands for the minute.
Took the risk on going into them. Knew he had that red by the middle pocket. And it's worked out okay.
Seven. $13. $14.
Well, once he takes this red away from the black, makes the
21.
black very easy.
Twenty-two. $29. 30.
Well, if he could take blacks with these 4 reds, he wouldn't need that red on the side cushion. I think he may be able to take 1 pink.
$37.
3 points the lead. So 32, 3, 35, would leave 35 on. So he's just checking the score, but he's going to need that red on the side cushion.
$38.
Coming down for the black to try and make it so that trump can only tie. Dead easy to have played for the pink there.
Yeah, and the thing is, if he pots these 3 out in the open with blacks, he can then just commit to the red. If he gets on the red, he doesn't have to worry too much about
45.
position. He can commit to the pot.
Didn't finish straight enough on the red to get to the black, so it's going to be at least 34 points in it with 1 red left.
Same applies though, as long as he gets behind the red and pots it, trump will need snookers.
52.
Tough pot where it is.
53. $60.
So 26 points, the lead. Needs a good angle on the black
61.
to get to the red, and that's okay. This is the red that stayed on the lip of the pocket, and well, we all thought it was going to drop, but it stayed there. So Sean Murphy with this red to take the championship, and he couldn't have played that any better. Now does he play to just drop it in, or pace? Just play to drop it in, giving it every chance, and that will do very nicely.
Well, what a difference. If the red had gone in that trump took on, could well be going into a decider now, but it didn't, and Sean Murphy has stepped in with a superb break. He's had a tough draw. He's had to play Barry Hawkins today,
26.
Mark Williams, now Judd Trump.
78.
But Murphy is a player guaranteed to come good at some point in the season. He's been looking for his first title in a year. The World Grand Prix 12 months ago was his last
81.
ranking title. He's just too good not to be winning tournaments.
85.
It's another disappointment for Trump, another tournament where he's played well and not ultimately come away with the trophy. Still 3 events left though this season, including of course the World Championship.
90.
But this is a very classy finish.
Come on, let's see the century. Get in there.
It's 96. but it's the title. Shaun Murphy, solid as a rock in Gibraltar. He is our champion. He played really well in the end there, and he's beaten Judd Trump by 4 frames to 2.